Hey guys, it's me, Christina Marie. I am live. I do not have a moderator for this live stream, so if I cannot keep up with the comments, I will comment after the video. I'm going to go ahead and just get ready and show you guys what I got in my BoxyCharm this month. So I got the new professional, this is the professional primer that I think everybody knows about, but this is a new one. It's a hydrating primer. When I open it up, what does it show here? It has a picture, but I don't see a difference. What's the difference supposed to be? I don't know. It's supposed to be like the professionals, but just hydrating. So when we pull it out, it is a tube like this. We're going to try this out and see, is it good or not? Because the original, I'm actually going to compare it with the original. I have a smaller one here that has just a little bit left in it. This sucker will fill in your pores and make your skin look flawless if you have large pores. But I'm going to compare it with this one. I'm going to do another video later on, probably next week, showing you guys a super zoomed in close up to see if this is as good as this is. Different formula, so we're going to try that. Got this in the BoxyCharms. It is a illuminator by Iconic London. So Huda Beauty does this. I think Huda Beauty. I think it's Huda Beauty. Yeah. So she puts an illuminator all over her face and it looks super, super shiny. Then puts her foundation on top. I don't know why. So we're gonna try that technique and see if it actually works. I got Rose Gold Zova palette from BoxyCharm. You guys can see. Very neutral, very beautiful colors. I love to go towards khakis personally. And then check this out. They sent me a bunch of brushes, like fluorescent colors. Look at that. I wasn't really impressed when I saw them. I'm just like, I don't know. We'll try them out. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to take the Maybelline Master Prime eyeshadow primer potion. Yeah, because I like Urban Decay and that's what they're called, eyeshadow primer potion. But this is not. This is Maybelline Master Prime. This is a very good one. Hi, Julia. How are you? Hope you're staying home and safe. This is going to be the first time, guys, me putting on makeup in quite a while. So I kind of have just felt like bleh. Like I need to, I don't know, just glam up a little bit. So I'm going to take a flat brush here and just kind of push this primer all over my eyelid. I don't know about you guys. Julie says, awesome to see your videos. Thank you, Julia, for tuning in. I have been in my pajamas probably like every day since all of this stuff happened. It is just like, I want to go out. I want to go out. And Eric is like, nope. We're going to stay home. We're going to order groceries online. So, you know, I don't know. It is what it is. What I'm doing is I'm just taking the, who's this by? By Tati Beauty. I'm just going to take a big, large powder puff and put a translucent powder. Got the Wet n Wild Photo Focus powder on top of my eyelids to kind of set this down so that the eyeshadows won't get patchy or stuck in any areas, more pigmented in an area than the other. So when you do this, it kind of just makes it all flat and soft. So when those eyeshadows go on, they will go on nice and smooth and easy to blend. So I'm going to tell you guys the I'm going to kind of do a little basics as well in this video. So if you guys don't know, a primer for your eyes, a lot of people put a foundation on their eyes. Doesn't really work unless you live in a atmosphere where there's no humidity. So majority of women that I know, they will put a primer on their eyes, and then what will happen? The humidity will set in, their oils will come out, and then their eyeshadows will crease right here. And doing a primer will prevent that from happening, and your eye makeup will look flawless all day. So let's go ahead and dive into this Zova palette. We're gonna go ahead and do this beautiful khaki color right here. We're gonna take this into the crease area. Now when you're doing your eyeshadows, there's a basic rule of thumb, I guess you could say, that everybody follows, but you really don't have to follow that. You can change it up any way you want. You can take a matte, a satin, anything you want in your crease. It's just a lot of people take a matte in their crease area because they feel like if you have aging eyes that it will emphasize all those wrinkles. So a lot of people stick with mattes, and that is what we're going to be doing today in the crease area. So you guys can see I'm just going to go ahead and just lay this down in the crease area with a nice fluffy brush. And getting a fluffy brush for your crease area is just a little better. It makes it a little bit easier knowing that you can just go back and forth, and it goes on more soft. It goes on more, you guys, faded at those edges. You guys can see. Now, if I had a more dense brush, it would be more pigmented, more harsh of a line. So that's why, you know, and you don't have to break the bank when you're getting a makeup brush. You can go get a Wet n Wild makeup brush, believe it or not, that are 99 cents, and they actually work relatively well. When I say that, you guys can see I have plenty of Wet n Wild brushes that are 99 cents. So the one that I'm currently using, which I'm going to jump on over to the ones that they sent me by Lavish in my BoxyCharm in a second. The one that I'm using, I believe, is by, it doesn't say, I think it's by eTools. So, and it's always best when you're doing your eyeshadow, girls, to start little and then build it up. So you guys can see just back and forth, back and forth. And then you guys can see like the edges of the eyeshadow are nice and already blended. Now, a lot of people have issues with their eyeshadow lines being too harsh. You can always just take a clean brush. This is clean. You can go on the edge of that line and just go back and forth like this. Obviously, I really don't have a line. I'm just kind of showing you guys the technique. And then we have that down. So a lot of times when you pick, sorry guys, I'm having a hot flash. When you pick an eyeshadow, a lot of times it's good to grab your palette and then do this. Like, okay, I'm gonna grab this color, and then I'm gonna grab this color right here, and then you put it up against the eye. And this one, look, like on camera for some reason, guys, it looks really white. That just shows how much of a highlighter that looks like. There you go. But this here is more of a peach, which is a champagne, actually. Look at that. So do I want a champagne for my eyes, or do I want a gold for my eyes? And this is a lot of times how makeup artists will pick what they want to put on the eyes. They'll just put it up and see if it complements the outfit, if it complements the eye color and look. Obviously, you guys see I have green eyes today. I think what I'm going to do is go with the champagne. Whew. Okay, so the difference between brushes. This is a flat packer brush. This is real hair. So it's very dense. It's very, it almost feels like a horse's hair. And then if you go, I'm going to use the Lavish. This is a synthetic, right? A synthetic is extremely, extremely smooth. The reason people pay more money for a real haired brush is because a lot of times it's more textured, that it will pick up more pigment. So I'm going to show you. I'm going to use the Lavish brush that they sent me in my BoxyCharm versus the one here that I've had forever by, well, they don't even make it anymore, so it doesn't matter who they're by. So I'm going to go in with that color right here, that champagne color. I'm going to roll it around, right? And then check it out. So when I put it on the bottom eye right here, you guys can see it picked up a lot of color. Now let's see. And it also depends on the eyeshadow palette. I don't know how good these shadows are, and we're gonna see right now. So I'm gonna roll it around just the same amount of time, you guys can see. And we're gonna sweep it down. So if I'm comparing the two, the synthetic picked up, packed down less. It picked up less. So that is one reason why people will spend that extra buck to get a real haired brush. And we're going to put it on the lid area right here, bringing it up, touching into the bottom portion of the crease. When you put a lighter color on the bottom lid area, it can actually make your eyes look like they are bigger, believe it or not. If I were to put a one color throughout my whole eyelid, I would actually give my eyes a smaller look. I know that sounds weird, but where light is, it makes it brighter, it makes it bigger, it makes a focal point, so it makes them look bigger. We're not going to do a cut crease, we're just going to kind of push it on and then blend it together. Just like that. Let's try this hot pink brush that they sent me by Lavish in my BoxyCharm. Let's go over to the very, very dark brown and see how good this brown is, how good this brush is. This is a synthetic brush. Sometimes it's really good to take a synthetic brush on the outer corner of the eye because you know it's going to lay down a little bit less than a real haired brush would. So the only time you want, I mean, just as everybody has their own preference, but I think personally the only time you want a real haired brush is when you're packing on a shadow on the eyelid, whether it's a glitter, whether it's a shimmer, whether it's a satin, whatever you're packing down right here to give, because this is what you want people to look at, the color here, whether it was blue or beige or cream or whatever. You want this to be your focal point, so that's where you're going to pack most of the color. So we're going to take this synthetic brush on the outside corner and we're going to open the eye. So because my eyes just kind of look like they're not really super defined, so we're taking that dark brown and we're going to put it over here, giving the eye some depth, some lifting, because anytime you put a makeup over here more in a straight line coming to like a V, it opens your eye, lifts it. So let's go ahead and try this. So you guys see the difference? And it's not a tremendous amount of color that laid down, but it's enough to give me that depth. So let me go ahead and dip it, do it again. See, I'm just laying it right there, and then we're gonna sweep a little bit over into that crease area. Now what I wanna focus on is that this line is gonna be a little bit more straight. That's gonna make my eye look open. So I'm gonna come down, and then I'm gonna draw a line this way. So it's like I'm drawing a V. But when you have a nice fluffy brush like this, you guys can see my edges already look blended. Like I don't have a harsh line. If I had a dense natural brush or just a dense brush, it wouldn't look that nice. It would look more of a line. And of course, like I said, if you don't like how that looks, you can take a clean brush and just kind of work your edge and blend it into the skin a little bit. If you thought there was too much of a line. So let's go ahead and go to the next eye. We're gonna take that dark brown again. We're gonna pack it right here. Then we're going to start working our V. Isn't that nice? Doesn't it look like my eyes are a little bit more up, like they're more open? So anything you do on this eye, you have to repeat on the other eye. Or anything you do on one eye, you have to repeat on the other eye. So since I faded that a little bit more, I'm going to fade this a little bit more into the skin. Okay, so I am more fair, I think, than this color right here, even though it doesn't look like it on camera for some reason. So what you will do, because we want to put a light color underneath our eyebrow to kind of bring out your eyebrow, what are some of the brushes you like to use? I like, what did I say? Wet n Wild brushes. I have tons of brushes. Wet n Wild, E-Tools, and Echo tools are some of my favorite brushes, honestly. So what you will do is you take a finger, right? And we're gonna swipe it and do the same thing. So is this lighter than my skin? Actually, on camera, it looks like it's lighter than my skin. We're gonna go ahead and try it out. And we're gonna put it underneath our eyebrow and make that eyebrow really pop, kind of cleaning up the look. So if it's too dark, once you place it down, you can always take a lighter shade and just pop it right on top. So see, I'm popping this down and you don't really see anything, do you? No, no. So I'm going to just go ahead and jump in here and grab what I can grab. Let's see here. This is a Too Faced Wet n Wild palette, and they do not have a light matte. But you know what? I know who does. Tati Beauty. This palette is amazing. I will have to say that. Amazing. So I'm going to go ahead and take her lighter shade right here. And I'm going to dip it into the metallic as well, just to get a little bit of that shine. Tap it into my hand, and then we're going to go under the eyebrow. We're going to take the pointer brush by Lavish. This is called a pencil brush. And remember, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to highlight. Why do people highlight right here? People highlight right here to kind of give a little extra bling bling to their eye. So we have this that makes the eye look bigger. We have this that makes the eye have that depth. And we have the first original color we put right here to kind of give that pop, you know, that transition color. That's what it is. It kind of helps everything else blend together and look beautiful. But why do we do right here? Because this, we want to highlight certain portions of the face. A lot of people like to highlight the center of their eye right here or right here. Right here, it kind of just brings that little extra glow to the skin. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to go ahead and we're going to look. So no, that one does not go. And they kind of have to complement. So your highlighter, that's going to be really light, kind of has to complement this color. So I went down here. Here's that champagne color. I went right below it, and that one complements it, as you can see on my finger. So if you don't have a pencil brush, because you don't have to break the bank, you can always get your handy dandy pencil brush that or your lip brush that you use for your lipsticks. Clean it off, and you can use this to get right there. And that is what I do, since I personally don't use a lipstick brush. So we're gonna go ahead and try this one out by Lavish that came in the $25 BoxyCharm. We're just gonna put it right here. But when you put it on, you want to make sure that you push it over into that bottom lighter color. And there you go. You can see from eye to eye the big difference. Okay, so now let's go ahead and move on over to our eyeliner. Now I can freehand an eyeliner, right? It takes me forever. I get the most frustrated. I think everybody gets frustrated. Sometimes you have a gap from your eyelashes to your eyeliner. Like, it's just, I hate it. Okay, I hate freehanding eyeliner. So I cheat. What I do is I get that, obviously, just gift wrapping tape. Now I'm going to place it in the back of my hand to take off the majority of the adhesive. We're going to use that as a guide for our eyeliner. So I'm going to be using the black color by Tati Beauty right here. This is just a regular black eyeshadow. We're going to remove this and then place it underneath the lashes and straight up like that. Now you can see I'm not pushing everything down, right? I don't want all of this adhering to my skin. I just want that edge right here under the lashes and on the corner, just like that. I just needed to stay there for a second. Actually, I should have looked in the mirror when I was doing this, because this is crooked and my adhesive came off, because I'm going to apply it again. Okay. Just like that. we're gonna try the new brush that came in with my BoxyCharm. This is Fine Line, Lavish Line. I don't know, we'll try it. I'm gonna go ahead and dip into the black. And you're going to go ahead and touch your eyelashes. And then you're gonna draw, you know what, I don't like it. I need a fat brush when I'm doing this. So let me go ahead and get a fat, flat brush. 1 second. Where's my brushes? We'll just try this one. You guys can see it's just a curved flat point. So what we're going to do is we're going to draw a straight line over. We're not going to go down and then over. Straight line over onto the tape like this. See? And I know it looks like much, but when we're done and we remove this tape, it's going to be perfect. And remember, go ahead and tickle your eyelashes with the brush, meaning like push it onto the actual eyelash. That will reassure that you have no gaps. And then I like to take it a little bit below the eye. So just in that corner right here, I will just wiggle a little bit. So when I take off this tape, you're gonna see it's an absolutely beautiful and perfect wing. I always do my eyes first because look, you can see the black, it kind of just fell onto my face right here, and I can just wipe that away. Versus if I had my foundation on first, and I had this and I try to wipe it off, I could wipe off my makeup and then have to redo all my foundation. Now, a lot of people will put powder right there and then wipe off the powder, but that doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to save your makeup, because sometimes the powder's not even enough. And this way, you know, you do your eyes first, then your foundation second. I'm gonna do the same thing. Tickle the lashes and then take a straight line. Oops. And then tickle the lashes. And then take a little bit under. And when we remove and pull up, it's perfect. Now, this is when you're gonna wipe it away. All that black on the face. So I got a Neutrogena makeup removing wipe. We're just gonna see, it fell right there, and it fell right there. And this is also the time when you can take your makeup wipe and really define this portion. So if you don't like that your eyeshadow comes out too far, you can do this. Take a point, like put your finger in it and then bring it to a point, right? I'm gonna wipe, and then I'm gonna wipe right under. I'm not touching my wing. I'm gonna wipe right under. Now you guys can see my brown right there is more defined. Now, this eyeliner trick, honestly, this is the God honest truth, guys, helps your eyes from not, it's like an anti-aging eyeliner method, I guess you could say, because your eyes will not age as rapidly when you do an eyeliner trick like this, because you saw that I didn't pull on my eye. Like, it goes on. Wearing black eyeshadow as an eyeliner actually is beautiful, but if you look at my eyes, it's more subtle at the same time because those edges are diffused. They're soft. Now I'm going to go ahead and put a black eyeliner on top of this because it will give me that more sharp, defined look. But if you're going for a softer, youthful, I don't know, look overall, like just having your eyeliner on like this is probably is a great way to do it. Just put it that way. It's a great way to do it because it's going to make you look softer, but it's also going to make you look like you're pulled together. So I'm just going to take an e.l.f. eyeliner right here. I'm going to shake it up. Now what I'm doing with this liquid eyeliner is I'm going to go right on top of this. This is my base. It's kind of like drawing in a coloring book. I'm going to draw, I'm going to trace this out, and then I'm going to color in the lines. It's exactly what we're going to do. If I can open the stupid eyeliner. And there we go. Now, if you have wrinkles in your eyes, if you have aging eyes, you will want to get an eyeliner that doesn't run. And a good one, just so you guys know, is the Milani. Let me see if I can find it and show you. It's the, here we go. Stay Put Matte by Milani. It is the blackest, mattest eyeliner I have ever tried, and it does not run, which that is nice. But we're gonna go ahead and use this one for this video. So look. Oh yeah, look, that is not even working. Oh my gosh. You think my eyeliner's out? I think it's out. Okay. We're just gonna go with the Kat Von D tattoo liner. And so what you're gonna do, let's go ahead and trace this like we're in elementary school. So you see how I traced it? Trace it all the way through. Just make sure that when you come in right here towards this portion of the eye that you're starting to go downward, because we don't want fat all the way through. We want fat to skinny. So, and it's all right if you're going downward and there's eyeshadow over it, because it's just going to make it look soft. So you guys can see I traced it. Now we're just going to fill it in. And you can see how beautiful that is. We're going to do the same thing on the other side. Hopefully I wasn't covering the camera right here on, what is this, on Facebook. So I'm going to go in, touching those lashes in the corner, tickling them. And then I'm going to come out and I'm going to trace that line. Just like we're in school, guys. There's the outside of the line. We're going to tickle the lashes by touching them. And then we're going to color in the lines. And there we go. Time to curl the lashes. So I'm going to take the middle. I'm going to bounce it. A lot of people don't bounce this. Bounce it and then hold it. Release. Go to the base and bounce and hold. And while you're holding, go ahead and get your mascara, because we're going to have to put this on immediately. And the reason I say we put it on immediately is because a lot of lashes will start falling right after. And if you have lashes that fall, you want to do this trick. Plus, you want to have a waterproof mascara. Waterproof mascara is kind of like putting hairspray on your hair, putting hairspray on a curl. It sets it. It won't fall. But if I were to spritz water, it would fall. And other mascaras that are not waterproof, your lashes will fall. Now, people don't like waterproof mascaras because you have to use a makeup removing cloth to remove it. And if you don't use a makeup removing cloth to remove it, you have to use oil. And if you don't use those two methods, then you're going to rip out your eyelashes by pulling them so much with the soap trying to get it off. Okay. Middle, bounce, hold. Base, bounce, base, bounce, and hold. And you know that mascara in your drawer, the one that's drying out? Don't throw it away, because if it's a little bit dry, like this one is, it's fantastic to use it as a base, because it puts just a little coat on your lashes to where it really adheres, but it's so dry that it's not pulling your lashes down. If that, I mean, no, it sounds weird to say that because you would think it's dry, it's heavy. It's not. It's light because it's putting just a little bit that your lashes are not wet, so to speak. They're not soaking wet and they're up. Oops. Now we're going to be going into these lashes today, right? This came in my BoxyCharm. I think these lashes are like $30. This is typically not the length of lash that I will wear because this is massive. The lash comes, look, the lash comes all the way down here. That's massive, but we're going to go ahead and try it out because if these are $30 lashes, I want to feel, I want to look, I want to know why people pay $30 for a pair of lashes when you can get an Ardell set or a Ardell pair that's like $5, and this is $30. And I thought maybe it's real hair. No, 100% synthetic silk. Oh, silk, synthetic. Okay, so let's go ahead and pull this off. Which is which? This is the left. Oh, when I pull it off, I don't know if you guys can tell. Can you tell that it has a short coat underneath? Very short. So this, I'm gonna point to it. Let me get, let's see here. Nope. Let me get it colored. Here we go. So $30 lashes. This is why. This is where the short ones are, right here. And then this is where the long one is. That's how big of a difference. So it's like they adhere to short one underneath, and then it blends into a long one. For $30, they better win me the jackpot. I got lashes from the Dollar Tree. Yes, Dollar Tree actually sells really good lashes. I put eye drops in my mascara. Yes, that is another hack. Just so you guys know, let me go ahead and pull it out real quick. These are saline drops, right? If your mascara is getting like clumpy or bulky or dried out, you can take about 5 of saline drops, pour it into the mascara, shake it up, and boom, presto, it is like a brand new mascara. Okay, so this is right and this is left then. So what you will do with your lashes, regardless, and yes, it does work really, really well, that trick on your mascara. What you will do with lashes, regardless if they're Ardell's, if they're from the dollar store, you're going to grab them in your tweezers. You're not going to put any glue on them yet. And we're going to lay them down. You're going to make sure that they're not like, look at this. So this is at the edge of my eye, right? I cannot wear it like this. Why? Because it's dragging my eye down. The way that these lashes are so curled and the shape of them is going to drag my eye down. So I will remove it and I will make it shorter. And I will push it down. And we're going to look at it from here. Now you can see it's not hanging out over here. It doesn't look like it's dragging my eye down when I brought it closer inward. And that's how you measure whether or not where you should cut them. So if I were to attach them right there and then push this down, this is going to be poking me in the corner, so it's too long. And that will tell you how much you need to take off. When cutting lashes, you never want to cut from over here. Now, what I cut off of it is sometimes the lashes, even though these are $30 lashes, they have this like, sometimes they can have this like extra piece of plastic right here sticking out, and I don't like that on there. So I will get my scissors and just cut that tiny little piece of plastic so that you're not getting stabbed in your eye. And remember, cut a little bit. Don't cut too much. Cut a little bit. Even if you're like, I think it's shorter than that. Just cut a little bit and then measure it. Do the same thing. So I can see that that's the perfect length. I'm gonna take it off. This here is a tool that's not really sold in the stores from what I've seen. It's called a lash holder, lash binder. I don't know what it's called, but it's relatively really cheap. After this video, I'll post a link down below. It's very cheap. I think it's like $5. What it does, it holds your lashes for you. Now, you don't have to get this, right? So you guys can see, like, you just have the lash like this. You just open it up. And it goes right down in it like this. If it doesn't stick to your finger. There we go. Now, I'm going to put glue on this. And then I'm going to lay it like this for it to get tacky. Because a lot of people get really impatient. And they stick it on and the lash comes right off. We don't want that. So we're going to put some glue on it and lay it down. This is a new eyelash glue that I found that has a paddle. You guys can see. You can use this and kind of just, you know what guys, I would say that the paddle is more for like individual lashes. I think I need to dig in my drawer here and find my brush duo glue. But you can use this one. So, I think we got a good coat going on. Actually, I think we need more. It's on. Now we're going to lay it down like this for a few seconds till it gets tacky. If you guys are wondering, I am wearing Fresh Go lashes. Contacts. I don't know if you guys noticed, but let me just show you real quick. That is my eye color. And that is the contacts. Pretty cool, right? Okay, so I always get my handy dandy tweezers. Let me just kind of clean them off real quick. This is how I clean them off. Now, when do you know the glue is ready? You can grab a little bit and touch it, just like that. Look, none came off my finger, which means it's tacky, which means it's ready to go down. So here we go. On this eye, guys, I'm going to show you how to do it with the tweezers versus using this. Lenise, I thought they they looked a little green. But, oh yeah. I was like, my lashes. No, my eyes. So you see how I've just pushed it right down, and then what I do is I go with my tweezers and I adjust them. That is a beautiful lash. But wow, is that big. It's so big. I don't know if you guys can tell. Let's go back a little bit. It's coming, it's poking my eyelash way up there. My eyebrow way up here. I mean, literally, like I look, and it's up in my eyebrow. But they are pretty, but they're really long. This is like, let's go dancing long. Okay, so we're gonna do the same thing with the next lashes. Let me go ahead and just pull them out. Since I already cut this lash, I know how much to cut off this lash. And you never, like I said, you never cut the inside, you cut the outside of it. My scissors. I'm just gonna cut off that little plastic that sticks out sometimes right there. Okay, so we're gonna use the tweezers on this one. You're gonna grab your lash in the middle of the lash. Just like this. This is the brush, the black duo glue. We're just gonna put a coat down. Now, you make sure that you do get the edges, because the edges is typically where it pops up on most people. Now, this is what people will do that have to hold them. They will wave them. They do this, but you never want somebody else to do that on your lashes. Because when I'm doing this, if I'm gonna put these lashes on you, I'm transferring germs. And so if you ever see somebody do that, say, please don't blow on my lashes. I don't want, you can, I mean, think about it. If I have a fever blister, if I have, I don't know, something that can be transmitted through saliva or breathing, I'm putting it right on your lashes. So you really don't want that. But if you're doing it on yourself, it's fine. This is how you would apply these. You push it right in the center and release. You look up. You look down. And grab the edge and pull that edge where you need it. And then you place it down in the corner. And then you're going to go through and just push it down and grab your lashes and kind of squeeze them together. And it is down. Okay, now I'm really excited to try this out. So this is the iconic London Illuminator. Now, like I was saying, Huda Beauty does this all the time, so does it make a difference? I don't know. So these, let me just put a drop on my hand. It's like, wow, look at that. Yeah, wow. We're gonna put this all over our face. I did not put a moisturizer on because I really think that this is gonna kind of act as a moisturizer. I don't know. I've never tried this before. So I'm gonna take the dropper. And this feels like an oil all over my face. I look dark. I look really dark. Why would somebody do this? I don't know. Supposedly it's gonna make my makeup look flawless. Very shiny indeed. Wow, look at that. I'm like glistening everywhere. On my hands as well. So, I think because it made me so shiny, but so much darker, I think I'm gonna go with my lighter shade foundation. She says, once I finish my makeup, it doesn't look so intense. This is my winter color, so this is much whiter, so let's go ahead and try it. We're gonna go with the small and going to go under the eyes. I don't know about this, guys. Wow. Well, the one thing I will say is that it made my foundation darker. That I will definitely say. Because 100%, this foundation was way too white. Because this is when I'm literally like never in the sun. And I haven't been able to wear this for a very long time, this foundation. And now it kind of looks like it matches. To me, my skin looks good. It looks fine. But the fact that it changes the foundation color, I don't know about that. I can see where it gives my skin a brighter look. Like you guys can see how my forehead just kind of is radiating light. It did make my foundation darker. But I don't know, guys. Like I still have to set it with powder. So let's set it with our typical powder and see if it looks like when I do my makeup normally. I'm gonna take the Wet n Wild Photo Focus on a Tati Beauty puff. And let's go ahead and set. Yes, I hate when foundations oxidize as well. But this, that's the Revlon Color Stay, the old school one. They never oxidize. At least in my opinion, they never oxidize. They stay true to the color. Now, what do I think about this whole technique? Excuse me. I don't know, guys. Do you see a difference in my skin? I think my skin looks good. And I think it did make the foundation darker. But is it like, wow? No. Personally, no. I didn't think that made that big of a difference. Why I'm so much fair on Facebook for some reason. I feel like it maybe left. Hi, Wanda. I feel like it left my skin. Now that I'm looking close up, I feel like I have too much stuff on my skin. And it might look a little bit different than what I'm used to. It looks good for me. I can't use stuff like that because I'm super oily. Exactly. So I am very oily. I would not personally use illuminator under my foundation because my makeup is just going to slide off because I am a very, very oily person. So let's go ahead and contour. So I got just the, what do I have here? The Tarteist Pro Glow. We're going to do two colors, and I'm going to show you guys why I do two colors. I'm going to get the lighter color right here on a contour brush, which this looks like a blush brush, right? It's just angled. I do love these brushes by Wet n Wild. Where's the other one? Wet n Wild, Wet n Wild. What are my favorites? And Eco Tools. So check it out. The fish, right? So if you see, you guys can see this is where my line is. Now it's not over here and it's not over here, right? We're going to accentuate this. So the hollows in somebody's face will actually make them look like they're more slender. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to apply this kind of like a blush above that line and into the upper portion of that line. Tapping lightly and just gradually building. Making sure that the edges on the outside here are nice and blended. So we're going in circular motions. Just like that. Now I'm going to get another brush. Here it is. One that's a little bit more dense. I'm going to go with the darker color. Now what I do is I take this darker color, just kind of like tap it into that hollow right here, the beginning of the hollow, and back over here, creating the illusion the hollow actually comes back this far, right? So you can see that. I don't want people to notice that I have this on. So take the brush, kind of wipe it off, and then work that line. Do not go down. We want it to be in the line up. And blend them together. Now if you look at me, this side versus this side. Which side do I look more skinny? So that is a way to make your face just snatched. The lighter brown, we're putting it on almost like it's blush. On putting it in the hollow, on the upper portion of the hollow. Making sure we're rounding the edges right here. When I contour for videos, I really go heavy. Yeah, I'm just that type of person that I can't go heavy. I have to start light. Because I feel like if you go heavy at first and you're not really like an expert in makeup, that it'd be really hard to correct it. So I'm going light and building and making sure that I'm going in circles here so there's no harsh line. Going with the more dense brush and the darker brown back here because I'm elongating that in the hollow. That will pick up the color. So you see it right there? And then blend it up. Just like that. Now, I don't like all of this, right? I want to make it look like I'm a little bit more skinny. I'm going to go with the lighter shade. And push it in. And we're going to go like this. Down. And up. Down. And up. Now I'm giving myself the illusion that I have a jawline. And I know you'll see it. And I know you'll think that everybody sees it, but nobody's gonna see it. Just don't go too dark. So you guys can see the difference, look. Big difference. Down, and then this way. Down. Look up. Flex your neck, look up. Flex your neck. Flex like that. You see how that's going? Where it goes in, you want to put the contour. So you want a brush like this. You don't want one that's too dense or too skinny. You want like a powder brush almost. Like this is a contour. It's a fatter contour brush. Just like that. Now I have that illusion that I'm more slender. Don't forget the temples right here. Pull your hair back and just pat it into the temples and back into the hairline. This can actually make your hairline look thicker. Now, if you have a large forehead, you can do it on your forehead by dabbing and then pushing back. Dabbing and pushing back. for my nose contour, because if you look at my nose, it's just like one color, right? It's just one solid color. I want some definition. I want it to make a little bit prettier. I want to make it a little prettier. I want to make it a little bit more slim. You just kind of do this. I am 45 and use tinted moisturizer and lip gloss. Yeah, Wanda, but it's also nice sometimes to play around in makeup, you know? Spruce things up a little bit. Curl your lashes and, you know, give the full effect of fluttery lashes, you know? Just sometimes changing things up occasionally can make your day, you know? So I use the Tati Beauty little powder puff, and I bend it. And I will dip into the lighter shade right here, like that. You see? Pat the extra. And I will go on the bridge right here, on that side, on that corner. And then I will push towards the center. So I'm doing like this, like a V almost. And this will give my nose some dimension. And you see how I'm like, oh, thank you, Wanda. Wanda says that she enjoys my channel, learning new things and stuff. I try to make things as simple as possible, guys. See? Now, what do you notice on my nose? You focus on the center of it. You don't see it as one big spot. Just like that. Now, let's move on over to blush. A lot of people are afraid to wear blush, and I don't know why. Honestly, guys, if you're so intimidated with makeup, sometimes just a beautiful blush, a lip gloss, and some mascara can make you look so lively, so youthful. Okay, so here, I want to bring focus to the center of my face here. I don't want everything to be going out, right? Right now I have everything out. I want focus in the center. And a lot of people are intimidated with this technique. So I'm gonna take a blush. I'm just gonna take this pink one on a, you see how much I got there, on a blush brush. Just bang it off a little bit. Right here, my apple, the apple of my cheek. Just dab it, right? And then go circular. And circular. And the circular is to make sure that the outside of that circle is nice and faded, nice and soft. And then just bring it back just a pinch, not all the way, because I want the focus right here. Now, compare each side, right? Which side do I look more youthful, more alive, more blood flow to my face? This side right here, because you're focusing on my rosy cheek, and this one has nothing. And that is going to give you the illusion that you're more youthful, that you're more happy, that you've got some color going on in your skin. See? Boom. Now, the granddaddy of them all is I want to look like my skin is like I'm 20 again. But are we 20? No. Can we act like we're 20? Yes. Can we look like can we fake it like we're 20 on our skin? Yes, to some degree. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a highlighter. I'm just going to grab, guys, some highlighters that I have in my drawer. Where's my favorite one? It looks like my daughter stole my favorite highlighter. Great. We're going to use this one. This is by Wet n Wild. It's called Moon Tears. They have other ones that they make that she came in and took. It is a loose highlighter. If you really want the bling of highlighters, this is like $5 or $6, something like that, guys. This is like better than some $100 freaking highlighters. No joke. This highlighter by these Wet n Wild loose pigmented highlighters are so mind-blowing There's no company that would compete with the price and the product quality they have. So I'm gonna just take a piece, a little bit from the top and show you what I'm talking about. Here's my hand, right? Look at that. The shine, how it reflects. It is just amazing, amazing. When you're young, when you're pregnant, you have that glow to your skin. When you get to be around my age, you kind of lose it. So we're gonna put it back into our skin. Okay, so we got this, right? We got our, I do not have, just to clarify, you can use a brush like this or a brush like that. I like using a brush like this, sometimes like that, but like this, because it's really going to push that product into the skin. It's gonna almost make it melt in with your foundation where it looks like it's your skin. So check it out. So I'm gonna take it on one side of the brush, right? I'm gonna pat it into the brush, right? Now pay attention right here. Watch this. Can we see how, if I turn sideways, it looks like it's my skin? So let me get a little bit more product on the brush. Pat it into the brush. And I'm pushing, I'm not gently pushing. I'm going circular motions on the higher portion here of my cheek, my cheekbone. And I'm gonna bring it up right here. Now, if you're just looking and talking to me, can't, look, if you're looking at talking to me, can't really tell because I don't have a line. I have a highlighter on my skin that makes it look, wow, why does it look like there's all these little sprinkles in the air on my camera? It makes it look like it's my skin. And that's what I'm going for. I'm trying to trick you to think that I'm much younger than what I am. You see, circular motions. It just looks like I'm youthful and I'm glowing. On my nose, I don't like to bring focus to the tip of my nose because I think my tip is a little bit larger. So I just kind of go like this and put it only right here. And then you can put it right here. Oh yeah, it probably is the dust from the highlighter that you guys are seeing in the air. Let's see here. Can you see this when I do this? Let's see. Oh yeah, you can when I move. Wow, very cool. Very, very cool. Or it could just be the angels are right here with us. Eyebrows. And we're gonna try this fluorescent green eyebrow pencil that I got in my BoxyCharm. And we're gonna go ahead and try it, guys, with the Tattoo Studio by Maybelline. Now, this company makes a super, super sharp pencil that or a pen that comes with it, but we're gonna try this one that came. So we're gonna go back and forth, and I'm gonna try to make this brush skinny by doing that. Hi, June. Hey, New York. How are you? Are you staying safe? June Penny is one of my YouTube friends here, and she's watching, and she lives in New York. So let's say a little prayer for her that she stays healthy and away from everybody, because I know that New York is being hit really, really hard. And I wish you all the best, and may God bless you and keep your family safe, June, and everybody in New York and around our country right now as it is. So let's go ahead and do this. Oops. And we're going to do a straight line. And we're going to come straight down. We're going to do another line on top. Now we're gonna fill in the lines like we're in 5th grade again. We're gonna push up and just fill it in. And I think I love this brush. Wow. Guys, can we appreciate the difference from one eyebrow to the other? This is why all women should always consider, hi, Anna, all women should consider always doing their brows before they go out, because look, it framed my face. It gave me like this frame right here to my eye. It made my eye look more open, more lifted in comparison to this side, where you really don't focus on my brow because it's not as clean, and I don't have as much of a frame here as I do over here. Look at that. Huge difference. One thing I will tell you is to get your spoolie, to always clean off your spoolie. This is a brand new spoolie, so I don't have to clean it off. Clean off your spoolie after every time you use, after every use. Clean it off, guys, because you can transfer from like this product. How should I say? If I do my brows tomorrow, I could put extra product on my brows by using a dirty spoolie. There you go. Get dolled up to go to bed. Yeah, I'm getting dolled up to go to bed. Exactly. And Vanessa, have I used Morphe brushes? No, I don't think so, honestly. Okay, so let's do the same thing before this dries. Straight line, and it dried. I'm just talking too much. And you always want a straight line on the bottom, guys. Straight line. And then fill it in like you're a 5th grader. Draw color between the lines. Take your spoolie, make sure that you make this corner soft, because if the corners are too harsh and have too much color, it can make you look mean. This is just a little tip that I do. I take, this is a concealer. Oh shit, I take a concealer. Sorry guys, I didn't see the comments. They came in too fast. Take a concealer, right? And I go under the brow and go a straight line. And then I push down right here in the corner. And then I take off this little edge. And then I tap. And it makes it even more sharp, more defined. And then take off the corner, go down, and then tap. There you go. This is my holy grail. Who else has, oh guys, who else had micro braiding? I think you guys are talking amongst each other. Holy grail, guys, right? This is the Jordana Rock and Roses for lips, lip liner, right? We're gonna overdraw. I'm gonna kind of show you guys how to get that effect of having overdrawn lips that look like they have lip injections, so to speak, without breaking the bank and getting lip injections. So my peak right here is very defined, and I'm going to define it even more now. Okay, you see how I defined it? And then fill in your lips, right? Now, I'm going to bring it up just a pinch. And I'm still defining. Now look in the mirror and make sure that they are even, and they don't look even, so. They look really crazy, right? Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna draw a straight line over, watch. And I'm gonna connect them. Now I don't have this tremendous peak. I have lips that look more like a hole right there. They don't have the two, like, it doesn't look like, what is this, a V right here in the middle? It looks like it goes like this. Now, same thing on the bottom. Let's line the bottom. That's a normal line, right? Now, relax your lips, and you're gonna see how your lip kind of folds in the middle right here. We're gonna bring that down just a little bit lower. No one's gonna notice because that's the part of the skin that looks this way a little bit. So, kind of go like this. And just in the center. And now you guys can see how much bigger my lip looks. Now, take that liner and do the corners. Take that liner and bring it down just a little right here. And just a little. I'm leaving that whole center area blank. Let me find a lipstick. Just 1 second, guys. No, that doesn't match. We're just gonna take whatever this is. This L'Oreal Infallible Paints Metallic. Ooh. Put a little bit on your hand, guys, right? Like this. Get your finger, and we're gonna just dab it in the middle where we don't have any product on our skin. And you can see when you use your finger, it goes on so much more faded and natural. I thought it was going to be lighter, so let me see if I can just take something. You know what, guys? Let's take a little bit of this highlighter and see what it looks like if we dab a little bit in the center of the lip. Because I wanted a lighter shade to be in the center so that you really see. I mean, it already looks like my lips are bigger because you're just focusing on the shine in the center. Now, look at that. It looks like I have lip injections. Like my lips are so much bigger than they naturally are. This is the final hack, guys. Why do I have sunglasses on? No, I'm not trying to mess up my makeup right here. I have it because I don't want my eyelashes to fall. I don't want them to fall down because I'm gonna wet my face like this. My setting spray is down and it did not get onto my actual natural lash or my falsies, which means they're not gonna fall because if I put water on them, they're gonna fall. They're gonna be heavy and they're gonna look like this instead of like this. take a fan and dry it. If you feel that you put too much on, you can take your beauty blender and just kind of dab it like this. You know how people were like sticking their faces in the water? They were like, boom, full makeup, putting their faces in the water, because the water is going to seal your makeup. Same thing, spraying a liquid on your face. That's why I put so much on. I have very oily skin. I suffer with my makeup coming off all the time, but when I do this, it locks it in and it stays all day. And that is the final look. So I hope you guys enjoyed this, this tutorial, get ready with me. I'm so happy that everybody tuned in and commented. Thank you so much. I hope you guys stay home, stay away from people, do social distancing, call your loved ones, comment on their pictures on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, whatever. Tell people that you love them. Spread some love and some joy throughout the world. Let your words today be positive and joyful. I'm going to go ahead and just wipe all of this off and go right to bed. But thank you guys for watching. Please subscribe to my channel, give this video a thumbs up, and share it with your friends. Love you all. I'm Christina Marie. I'm out. Bye.